Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Um, it's happened again. It's happened again. I'm just on Craig Houston. Also got a bit of GB news and Danny Tomo here as well. There's been an incident, as people will probably know. Huntingdon Train Stabbing. Reports are there's 9 people with life-threatening conditions in hospital. Um, Sounds quite a horrific attack, to be honest. And yet again, I mean, the bad thing is there's no shocks here. That's the bad thing. There's no shocks. I actually even said yesterday afternoon. Um, I expected something to happen today. It was being a Saturday. Again, Saturday seems to be the most active day of the week for many things. I suspected something might happen yesterday, sorry, or this weekend. Just the way it's going, it's worse than I thought. To be honest, 9 people stabbed, and as for the people of Britain, to be honest, but Danny Tomo in particular, but the people of Britain, I think, we've just had enough. Like we've completely had enough, and I'm sick of hearing of people being stabbed to death. Like again, this guy with the other day with the dog, and the guy in the bank, and now all these people on a train. I mean, what do we say? What do we do? Like what's do you know what I mean? Like what? How can we not sit here or stand here and say we're at war here? We're literally at war. We've got people fucking dying by the blade, by the sword, every fucking day. Um, with foreigners attacking us and killing us in our own country. I mean, it's insane in many ways, but that's literally the state of affairs now. Every day, foreigners are stabbing us to death in our own country every day, like sustained attacks. Um, it's how far we fell in 20 years is unreal, absolutely unreal how far we fell. And I really, really feel sorry for anybody that's got children, like in this country, like right now. What the hell of a future is coming for your kids here on this current trend and this current path? It's an absolute shit show of a country because it's not getting any better here. It's getting worse. It's literally getting worse by the day. And then you've got Keir Starmer and Shamana Mahmood coming out here and saying, "Well, please don't speculate." And no, it's deeply shocking. Fuck me. Yous cunts have done this. Do you know that? Like, yous cunts have brought all these people over, put them in five-star hotels, give them iPhones and the run of the fucking country, and half of them have fucking stabbed us. It's per fucking. Honest to God, there's no real words anymore. That's the problem. There's no real words to what more can be said? What more can be said after Lado and his dog the other day, Lado in the bank? You know what I mean? It's the same thing over and over and over and over again, and we just sit here and we watch and we just listen, and people are dying. People are literally being stabbed to death. We're in a war zone, in effect. We just haven't had it declared to us that we're in a war zone. Oh, I don't. Again, what can be said? Do you know what I mean? I mean this on the screen here. Welcome to London. Don't forget your stab vest. And it's true. That's the beauty of it. It's true. So again, I don't know what else to say. I mean, the biggest fear for me, Charlie Beach has already mentioned this to be honest, but it really hit home for me last night. Someone's going to attack a school here. We've got all the schools doing drills for some sort of attack. This is a fact. Kids are doing drills for attacks, and they're telling the kids that there's a dog loose. All around my area, anyway, big reports of all these schools doing training drills for an emergency. Look what happened after Southport. It pretty much looks like somebody somewhere wants us to have a civil war in this country. And I'm very worried that there's going to be an attack on a school here, and that's going to send us into civil war pretty much instantaneously. If anything happens to a school, this country is going to blow up. I can already sort of sense it after Southport. Somebody wants us to have a civil war, and the way to get the British people to kick off, because this still won't make us kick off, but the minute you touch children, Britain's going to erupt. So I'm very worried. I'm very worried in the near future about schools and what could happen, because that's what will set Britain off. So I'm real worried about that, to be honest, and hopefully it won't happen. But again, look at Southport, and it really is it really is the catalyst, to be honest. It's the catalyst to complete and total chaos. And I very fear very much that that's what's coming. Hopefully not. Again, I would hate to have children now. I hate to worry you, but it's a horrible time to be British and live in Britain and have children. There's no two ways about it, to be honest. If you're really paying attention to what's going on in this country and in the cities, it's a fucking shit show everywhere you go. It is a shit show, and all these auditors pretty much prove it every day that this country is a shit show. So we'll get on a bit of. Craig's got some. It's not Craig's not on the video. He's got interviews from witnesses here, so we'll have a couple of listens to these. We'll move over to Danny Tomo. Oh, we got there's Danny Tomo.
Well, listen, of course, you've got the broader knife crime picture, but this looks altogether much more sinister than just, your annual sort of knife crime statistics here. This looks like a targeted attack on that train, because from all of the eyewitness reports that are now coming through about the way in which multiple people were being stabbed in the carriages, it sounds absolutely horrific. This was the LNER train from the Hull, the 1835 service, down to King's Cross Station in London. It would have arrived shortly after 9:15 this evening, but of course is now stuck on the platform at Huntingdon Station. Now, according to multiple reports now, and this is why we can take it as being pretty accurate, because it's more than just one. It's so many different people that have been speaking to different news outlets. It appears that this stabbing attack began shortly after the train pulled out of the station at Peterborough.
The train, I asked what that suspect looked like. They said it's a black male in all black, so a black hoodie. And then at the back of the station, walking calmly, as the police were coming through, like armed police, I said, I think that's the guy. And essentially as they got closer to him, he started shouting, like, get down, get down. He then was waving a knife, quite a large knife.
Shabana Mahmood, you can fuck off and all. It'd be one of your number that's done this, I would imagine. Yeah, don't talk about all the British people being stabbed to death every single day as they go about their business. Yeah, please don't talk about that. Don't bring it to light that we've brought thousands upon thousands upon thousands of men here, all males of fighting age. We don't know where they are. We have multiple incidents of them stabbing the British people to death. Can you please not talk about that? Can you please not talk about it? Please don't mention it. Please, just whatever you do, just put your head back in the fucking sand here. And hopefully you won't be one of the fuckers who gets knifed to death. Shamana Mahmood. things that have come far too common in Britain, unfortunately. This is welcome to Britain. Anybody listening abroad, I would very much recommend you never come to Britain. The way it's gone, the way it's going, it's not getting any better over here. It's actually getting worse. And we will very, very soon be in the likes of a civil war by the looks of it, to be honest. So, yeah, to the people of the world, stay away from Britain. Because these are the common scenes now. Armed police running in all directions. What the fuck's this? Huntington had it coming. I mean, what's going on? Who's this? Why did they have it coming? I mean, we want these people out, don't we? You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. It's always been the bottom line. It's the only real option to keep us all safe. How we're going to get rid of these people, I do not know. There's so many of them. It's a civil war, to be honest. Again, I've had this conversation with a few people whose idea is kick them all out. But you've got about 10 million people here who are foreigners. Do you know what I mean? 10 million people. You try and kick 10 million people out, they're not going to fucking go. They're going to put up a fight. Do you know what I mean? Hence, there's your civil war. So this cannot go well from here. That's the beauty of it. We've been put in a position where we're stuck between a literal rock and a fucking hard place here, and there's no real good outcome. The only outcome I can really see coming at this point is civil war, because this isn't going to stop. Because the government can't stop it. The government has brought in all of these people. They're running amok. They have no fucking idea where half of them are. They're stabbing people to death every fucking chance they get. And the government can't do a thing about it. All the government can do is exactly what they've done here. Say sorry in the aftermath, after the police have fucking turned up and mopped up all the fucking blood and fucking, you know what I mean? Or the ambulances have. Like, there's no stopping these people now. They're here and they've got a knife. The next minute, you know, the fucking knife's out and people are getting stabbed. Oh, it's an absolute shit show. Like, but it's a very, very fucking dangerous shit show it's become. So we'll move over. I've got to maybe got a little bit more. Here's the witness again. We'll have a lot listening to this witness again, and then we'll go over to Danny Tomo, who's got
Is inevitable.
who's got some important words for the nation.
Decline is not. With healthspan on Whoop,
Eyewitness says a lovely young girl was brutally stabbed while listening to music. It's like Lasso on that train in America just before Charlie Kirk died, which kind of got forgotten about because Charlie Kirk died. God knows if she survived. She was on she was one of many people stabbed. This is just awful. How can this happen in Britain in the 21st century? Yeah, it's happening every day. Eyewitness, a lovely young girl was brutally stabbed while listening to music. See it like, do you know what I mean? You've got on the train. It's unbelievable. This honestly, I can't think of anything other to say than it's fucking awful. It shouldn't be happening. What the fuck do we do? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's the answer? Like, because civil war probably isn't the answer, but what else do we do? Like, what else? What else do we do? Again, I'll bring Danny Tomo forth in a minute, but what do we do?
If you were on the fence, I hope now you see what we all see. I now can't sleep because I realise the severity of now what's coming.
Yeah, those that have the eyes to see. I mention this quite often. It works on very many levels. To be honest, again, it is also the knowledge to know is another way of saying that saying. And it works on many levels, that to be honest. But yeah, the average British person who's lost in the celebrity culture and Big Brother and all these kind of bullshit distractions that are literally here to distract you. Everybody lost in all the distractions. Just you can't see the fucking storm coming. You know what I mean? There's a storm coming, Mister Wayne. I've said that quite a while ago. Because there is a storm coming, the likes of which you've never seen. And I mean that on a very personal level. The Earth has maybe seen storms of similar ilk, but you and us and our generations have not. So yeah, there's a real shit show coming down the line here, to be honest.
I can't sleep. I can't sleep because I know what needs to happen. And I know many people, well, some people are worried about taking certain steps. I'm not. I think it's the only viable options.
Well, we're fast running out of options. People are getting stabbed to death every single day on the streets of Britain, predominantly by foreigners. And he makes a very good point here. It could be your daughter next, it could be his daughter next, it could be your wife, it could be you, it could be anybody at all on any train or bus or city centre. And if we don't do something about this, it's not going to stop. Unfortunately, that's the bottom line here. If the British people do not do something about this, it is not going to stop.
Need to be careful what we say. Definitely a terrorist attack.
And I think Danny Tomo puts forth, or I think this is possibly the plan. We have to tools down the entire country, tools down, tools down. No matter where you work, no matter what you do, tools down. The country doesn't work without us. The country doesn't go anywhere without us. We are the country. We are the people who drive the vans, who open the shops. We are the country. It doesn't work without us. Everything runs because every single peasant gets up in the morning or whatever time and goes to work, right? That's how the country keeps going. Maybe tools down for a day, for 2 days, for 3 days. I don't know. There will be ramifications to tools down as well. And again, another side of that is the powers that be, not the government, the powers that be. Above the government won't like very much us tools downing here, and there could be economic ramifications. The economy is on very much a knife's edge, and it could take very little to tip it over the edge, and that could be man-made. If you fuck with the powers that be, you ultimately run the economy and everything else. So we're playing a very dangerous game on many levels here. This has been done to us. That's what people really need to grasp. That this has been done to us and is being done to us for an agenda. There is no logic in doing this to the country if you're for the country. So this is being done to us. There is an agenda at play here. So people need to figure that out and figure out who the agenda at play is from, who they are, the power that these people wield, and if we go against them, they will use other things to get to us, right? They're trying to collapse Britain here in many ways, shapes, and form. The economy's fucked here. The people are fucked. Well, half of them are. We've literally went down the shitter here. We really have. and again, maybe a tools down scenario for the entire country. Again, everyone will have to stock up on things for a few days or something. I don't know, but what the hell? What the hell else can we do? You know what I mean? Other than kick off, and kicking off probably isn't the best idea, and won't really get us much further down the road, to be honest. Maybe a tools down scenario.
Some of the witnesses that are coming out, the way they're talking, I mean, horrific. They've probably picked a train because you can't get off a train. Think about it. Once that train goes, once that train starts moving, you can't just get off. It's perfect for them. You can't just get off a train. I mean, the details of what have happened, what's happened will come out very soon. They won't be able to hide the fact. So multiple outlets are now saying that it's terrorist related. And yeah, I understand people's frustrations with making a move. But it could be my daughter next. It could be your daughter next. It could be my mother next. It could be your mother next. We've become way too comfortable in just sitting behind our phones and behind our screens and just thinking that it's all going to be okay. Because it's really not going to be okay.
Not okay.
I'm not trying to scare people. It never used to be like this. Never, ever used to be like this. And this is only the beginning. And that's something that people need to understand is that at the moment, what we're seeing are the early stages of what is coming. And I'm sorry that I am someone that sees it. I see the vision of what is coming for many, many victims in this country. Listen, please don't donate any money. Please don't donate any money. Don't donate any money, please. I don't need money. I don't need money. Please don't donate money. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything that I can't take back right now. I almost guarantee that Special Branch and all those weirdos that are going to be looking at me, I know I've put myself out there. I know that I've said things that people can say mean certain things, but a lot of it's biblical. A lot of it is because...
Well, I keep trying to tell them, Danny. I keep trying to tell them that it's biblical, but a lot of people don't want to listen. A lot of these people who don't want to listen actually haven't read the book in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I've been for quite a while trying to tell these people that this is fucking biblical. But will they listen in time? That's I mean, I don't need to worry about anything here. You know what I mean? I know that this is biblical. I know that Yeshua died for our sins on a cross, right? I don't need to worry about nothing. This is biblical. Like, again, we're not telling you that to try and scare you. We're telling you that to try and help you. Like, again, if you would come with us down the journey and the path, you will understand at the end of the path why we were trying to fucking help you here. You know what I mean? It will become real obvious at the end of the game we were trying to help you. But yeah, this is really biblical. I can't stress that enough. I know it sounds fucked up. I know it's not what you want to hear, but unfortunately that is the truth. This is biblical, and you need to get on the right page. Again, the Bible is a book. You need to get on the right page before the book shuts, because the book is closing. So, this really is biblical. I can't stress that enough. Danny Tomo's just tell you as well. There's hundreds of thousands of people who will tell you exactly the same thing. It's just up to you whether you choose to listen and believe. But trust me, The Bible is written. It is finished. The book's written. We know what happens. There is a certain path of events that we take. We're taking that path of events as we speak. So yeah, believe it or not, again, I put the video up the other day. We're running out of time. Believe it or not, sit where you want. That's the beauty of this game. Sit in whichever seat you want and believe whatever you want to believe. That's the game.
At some point, somewhere in life, we actually just need to say no. We have to get away from our screens. And I know that a lot of people attend demonstrations and that. The government are not going to save us. You need to realise that. The police are doing nothing. They want this. It's carnage. The move that needs to be made needs to be made. And it needs to be made smartly, with intelligence. Getting everyone banged up for a day out is not going to achieve anything. Law, I'm going to say that. The whole country needs to come to a standstill, collectively. We need to show them who we are. I've got the heart that my grandfather had when he went on them beaches on June 6th, 1944. I would storm those beaches the same way.
Yeah, I was speaking to a guy yesterday about it all, and his granddad had passed away, 95-year-old, and he'd actually chose to go. He had a perforated bowel, and he chose not to be operated on because he was 95 and he'd had enough. He'd had enough of this world, the way it's gone in this country, and all his friends had died. And he'd watched a country where people died again. People, our ancestors died to save this country from the Nazis, and one of my own relatives died at war in the World War II. And well, we can't give it all up. We can't give it all up. That's the problem we've got here. That's where Danny Tomo is very right here. We've people we know, people our ancestors, people died to give us the freedoms that we've got today. Our ancestors died. There's been a long road, a long bloodbath to get us where we are today. And are we going to be the generation that gives it all away? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. Like, again, you've got to. There's some people though are so shallow they can't understand what's going on and what we need to do here and what this means, and you know what I mean, where it's going. And yeah, like it's unfortunately it's up to us. Like, it is up to us, the British people, to do something about this. And if we don't, it's just going to get worse. And people died to save us and save this country. Our ancestors died to save us. And are we going to be the generation to give it all away?
And the cowardness of us, including me, including everyone, that's taken this long to realise that we may need to do something dramatic, something that's never been done before. Because if we don't, it could be, and it might be, and it will be your daughter, my daughter, your mother, your brother, your dad.
Yeah, he's right. He could be. But again, not speaking for Danny here, but I think a lot of us, me included, we knew that we had problems at Southport. We really did. We knew we had problems at Southport. And it's gone to about 8, it's gone 10 levels up since then, to be honest. These random stabbings and constantly bringing in foreigners who rape and attack women and children. You know what I mean? It's got real bad, to be honest. But a lot of us had had enough at Southport.
I think in just the last 2 weeks, what's happened? Yeah, it's scary. I'm very worried. But when the move that needs to be made smartly, not hot-headed. But the move is coming. It has to come. And I hope many of you will be there for that. Because if you're not, you're fucking weak. I don't mean to be blunt, but you are. Now is not the fucking time to sit back and watch everyone else do something and sit in your house and just go, it'll be all right.
Yeah, again, I can't. It's not. It really is. You've got to. I went down to Manchester there, and I went down to London again. It was a real long way to London. You've got to stand up and be counted. You've got to stand up and be counted here, or we're all gonna go to shit. Like again, this is like I've known this for a while. You know what I mean? This is why I went to London. This is why I went to Manchester and to those protests because I knew what was coming down the road here. I knew what was coming, and it's now here. Like this is the line in the sand. And believe me, if we don't do something about this line in the sand, I think there's something real bad coming. Like real bad. The catalyst for civil war could be coming, and again, children could be getting hurt here. Again, it's that we don't want. We don't. I can't. I'm kind of. I don't know the emotion when I'm sitting watching this last night of like 9 people stabbed on a train. I just. I don't know where to put it anymore. Like where? What? You know what I mean? Like I think it's a worry that something's coming now. Like there's no two. He's right. We've no options.
Putting everyone in prison is not going to do anything. I understand that. I'm not talking about doing that. I'm talking about doing something that's never been done before. And there are conversations happening behind the scenes for that to occur. But it seems like it needs to happen a lot quicker than we thought. So yeah, got to be up early. I'm going on Tuffsy's podcast tomorrow. Liam Tufts' podcast, so I was really looking forward to that. Got to be there early, so I do need to try and get...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that myself. It'll be a completely... Well, it won't be completely different, but it'll have a whole new level to that interview now after this happening the night before. So that could be very interesting as well. Liam Tufts brought the Channel 4. Charlie Beach has been on there, and Fred, and AY Audits, and Danny Tomo's going on. I think Ad Middleton's been on him as well. So real good podcast, to be honest.
Get some sleep, because everything that I want to say, a lot of it will be on Tuffsy's podcast. But that is fit for talking. I'm fed up of it. Social media, I'm fed up of all of it. All I see is talkers. All I see is walking down empty roads and getting piss thrown at us and... Nah.
No, he's right. He's right. I mean, how many, again, we done London. God knows how many people were there. We had the thing in Manchester, we've had the thing in Liverpool and UKIP and UKIP the other day. We've done multiple marches here. Outside all the migrant hotels, we've had protests, multiple migrant hotel protests all over the country, including Scotland, and I'm not sure if there was any in Wales, but there was some in Scotland. So we've done the protesting, we've been out on the streets, we've made our feelings known. They've been completely ignored, to be honest, and we're continuing to get stabbed here daily. So March we've already done, and Danny Tomo's already said that in this last one, no more marching, no more protests. Like, we need to do something else now. We need to act, because we've done all this and it's not working. It really isn't working. The government's just trying to bring in laws so they can stop us protesting. So yeah, unfortunately, the people are the power. When the people figure that out, we could maybe fix this place, but until that happens, we can't. But every single one of these that happens, surely people, you can't put your head in the sand. Again, it could be your daughter next. You know what I mean? It could be your wife, your daughter, your son, anybody you know. It could be stabbed brutally on a train, on a bus, in the street. And then what? Do you know what I mean? Then you're gonna join the cause. You took a life, took a to someone to lose the life that you knew to join the cause, but it's not good enough. Nobody I know personally has died here, but I've been on board for a long time here. You know what I mean? Because you know why? Because we need to fucking do something here. Because we're really going down the fucking shithole every single day. It should be fucking apparent to anybody at this point.
This is not how we are. This is not how we built England. This is not how we conquered the world. This is not the heart that we had to defeat the Germans twice. 2 world wars.
And 1 World Cup.
So, just be prepared not to land yourself in jail, but to stand up for your family like they did in the 1940s, because tonight has proven that we are at war in our own country, a new type of war, a modern war in our country. We are inviting our enemy in to our country. We are importing people that want to kill us, that want to rape our women, that want to terrorize us. And if you don't believe that, then step the fuck aside, because the English need to take over. And when they say, what about the rest? What about the Scottish? Listen, the Scottish lads need to do what they need to do. They need to organise. The Welsh lads need to organise. The Northern Ireland lads need to organise. Okay, I'm for England. I'm also for Britain. But first and foremost, I am for England. These things are happening in England. They're not happening in Scotland, as in today. These things are happening in England, and we will deal with England. The Scots need to deal with Scotland, the Welsh need to deal with Wales, and the Northern Ireland lads need to deal with Northern Ireland. That's just how it is. And be careful what you say on social media. I'm walking a very thin line. If we had real free speech in this country, I'd be saying things a lot differently. Anyway, we need to protect this country the way that it needs to be done. And there are ways, and those ways are being spoken about. And I'm not talking about getting people put in jail for doing something stupid. That's not what I'm about. Anyone who knows me and knows how I operate, I would never just send people just to be into a situation where they get nicked. That's not who I'm about. And that is not what this is about. This is about something much, much bigger. And it starts with the English lads. And I know...
That's your call. Sorry. That's the call. That's your call. So, again, do you want to live in a country where this continues to happen every other day? And it'll probably get worse. And the answer, I would imagine, is no. So, it's time to act. It's time to do stuff. Something must be done. Sitting watching your phone and watching people getting murdered every day won't fix the problem. So, yeah, this is where we are. Unfortunately, this is literally where we are, and we're all here, every single one of us. We're all in the same boat, and the boat's sinking. So, either start plugging the fucking holes, or we're all going down with the boat. I'll leave it there. Peace.